They love being alone, but they hate feeling lonely. If that sentence just hit a little too close to home, don't worry, you're not broken weird or secretly turning into a hermit. You're actually part of a very interesting psychological group. Let's talk about the psychology of people who enjoy being alone but absolutely hate loneliness. And no, this isn't one of those "you're secretly a genius" videos, but also, yeah, there might be something special going on in your brain. Here's the strange thing. Some people feel happiest when they're alone. They love quiet rooms. They enjoy doing things solo. They can spend hours with their thoughts, a book, a screen, or just nothing. But at the same time, they deeply hate feeling lonely. Not being alone. Feeling lonely. And those two things are not the same. Being alone is a choice. Loneliness feels like something is missing. That difference matters more than most people realize. Psychologically, people like this usually don't hate people. They hate forced interaction. You know those conversations that feel like homework? Small talk, fake laughs, nodding while your brain screams, "Can I go home now?" Yeah, that. People who enjoy solitude often find social interactions mentally exhausting, not because they're antisocial, but because they're deep processors. Their brains don't skim the surface, they dive. So when they talk to someone, they're not just hearing words, they're reading tone, facial expressions, hidden meanings, energy shifts. It's like having 47 tabs open in your brain during a casual conversation about the weather. No wonder they get tired. Now here's where it gets confusing. These same people still crave deep connection. They don't want more people. They want the right people. One honest conversation feels better than 10 shallow ones. One person who truly understands them is worth more than a room full of noise. That's why loneliness hurts them so deeply, because when they do connect, they connect fully. Another psychological trait, they're highly comfortable with their inner world. Silence doesn't scare them. It actually feels safe. While others panic when there's no noise, no notifications, no distractions, these people finally feel like they can breathe. But here's the downside. Spending a lot of time alone makes them very aware of what they're missing when they don't have meaningful relationships. So they're stuck in this weird emotional loop. I love my alone time, but I wish someone truly understood me. Relatable? Yeah. Thought so. Let's add some light honesty here. These people are often told things like, "You're too quiet. Why don't you talk more? You should go out more." Meanwhile, no one tells loud people to be quiet more, but that's a conversation for another day. The point is, people who enjoy solitude often grow up feeling misunderstood. And when you feel misunderstood for a long time, loneliness doesn't come from being alone. It comes from feeling unseen. Psychology also shows that these individuals usually have high emotional awareness. They notice subtle shifts in mood. They feel emotions deeply, sometimes too deeply. That's why surface-level relationships feel empty to them. They don't want constant texting. They don't want fake check-ins. They want presence, real presence. And when they don't get that, loneliness hits harder. Here's something funny but painfully accurate. These are the people who cancel plans and then feel slightly sad that they canceled. They'll be like, "Thank God I stayed home." 5 minutes later, "Why am I alone?" If that's you, congratulations. Your brain is officially complicated. Another key psychological reason. They value independence. They don't like feeling emotionally dependent on others. They want connections that add to their life, not ones that drain it. So they pull back. They create space. They protect their energy. But humans are still humans. No matter how independent you are, your brain is wired for connection. So even the most solitude-loving person will feel lonely if they go too long without meaningful emotional bonds. What's important to understand is this. There is nothing wrong with you. You're not bad at socializing. You're not cold. You're not broken. You're selective. Your mind prefers depth over noise, meaning over crowds, connection over attention, and that's rare. So if you enjoy being alone but hate feeling lonely, remember this. You don't need to change who you are. You don't need to force yourself into social boxes that don't fit. You just need fewer connections, but deeper ones. And when you find them, loneliness doesn't disappear forever. but it finally makes sense. And honestly, that kind of self-awareness is powerful. Even if it feels lonely sometimes,